Well, good evening. The federal trial for 3 former Minneapolis police officers charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights is underway in Minneapolis.
The events surrounding Floyd's death have gained national attention, and the trial taking place right now has a South Dakota connection. KELOLAND's Don Jorgensen joins us with more on that.
Well, the judge presiding over the trial is U.S. District Judge Paul Magnuson. Magnuson grew up in the tiny town of Carthage, South Dakota, and still has friends there today who he still keeps in contact with. Carthage is a quiet little farm town where you can even hear the snow melt. But on Main Street at the Cabaret,
I got a picture of
people are talking a lot this week about one of their own, Paul Magnuson, who is presiding over one of the most watched trials in the country.
Well, Paul was a year younger than I was.
Marlon Clendenny says he remembers Magnuson, a 1955 graduate, as being a tremendous athlete who played basketball, tossed the discus in track, and played football for Carthage High School.
The football team about that time, they won 20-some games in a row. We even beat Howard.
The school is no longer open, but if the hallways could talk, they would tell the story of Paul Magnuson, the young farm kid who had a lot of potential.
I'm sure his father wants him to be a farmer, and he is not cut out to be a farmer. His interests weren't quite there, and he was just too intelligent.
Magnuson's house is still standing. In fact, it's considered to be the largest house in Minor County. Clendenny says he knew Magnuson would go far in whatever he chose to do in life, but was kind of surprised to learn that he'd become a federal judge.
I heard about him being employed as a federal judge when I was out in the field in the tractor and listening to the news one day. And just a little news item about how this judge from Minneapolis had appointed him into a federal judge, whatnot. Oh, I know that guy, you know.
A guy who still stops by every now and then.
We didn't know how damn important he was.
Just to say hi.
Hey, you come back again. It sounds like you come back for strawberry oils or class reunions. Paul, we'd always have a prime rib waiting for you. It'd be an honor to meet you.
The 3 former police officers are charged with failing to provide George Floyd with medical care. 2 of the officers face an additional count for failing to stop Derek Chauvin, who was convicted of murder and manslaughter last year.